Grand Rising Kings and Queens. Sending my strength, my love, and my courage. We set the standard, we raise the bar. I had an interesting day, so to speak. Ended up certain plans end up falling through. That's life. Ended up having to help some friends move, and it took a little bit longer than expected. So now my plan is just to really try to get out with the kids tomorrow and take them out to the Strawberry Festival with some family. You know, I just had one of those. Like I had a good day, but I just had one of them days where I like finally just decided to start writing stuff down. And I never really kind of explained. So I'm gonna explain it one time, and I'm gonna just leave it be. I've made quite a few videos, kind of like saying I had got out of a 12-year relationship, right? So, you know, just putting it all down, pen to paper, you know what I'm saying? It was like, the toughest pill for me to swallow at the end of my relationship was really just like understanding and realizing I was with somebody that just was either not willing or unwilling to fight for me. You can't be with somebody that's not going to fight with you. You can't be with somebody that wants to be chased, but you can't chase somebody. I'm sorry, you can't chase somebody that doesn't want to be caught. A relationship can't only work when you move it. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that people are only going to do what you allow them to do. So for me, I had to forgive myself for allowing her to do things that she knew what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? I think what one day I just woke up and it was like, I wrote it down. One day I woke up and I was more mad at myself than I was even mad at her. Um, by the time I really started to hold her accountable and or really stand on my standards, I'm not gonna say it was too late. It was like, yeah, I can see there's just a lack of respect. And once I quit putting in the extra effort, once I quit trying to fix the relationship, you just started to see there is no relationship. I've been alive long enough now, I know when someone is, interested. When someone's really into you, they're persistent, they're assertive, and they let you know with clarity how they are going to move. Um, the best thing I did was I let her lose me. You know what I'm saying? Relationships require equal give and take, and this is just some other stuff I had wrote down as well. I don't show up halfway. I don't know how to do that. I don't care casually. If I'm here, I'm present. I pay attention. I listen. I notice patterns, and I move with purpose. I'm not easy to replace. I'm not easy to walk away from. Um, I value being chosen on purpose and not out of convenience. People can't be loyal to you or want to be in a relationship with you only based off of if times are good. People have to put in effort in hard times, and it can't just be a one-way street. You know, I don't expect perfection. I expect you to care because my love doesn't just go out to anybody. I'm gonna love you when nobody's watching. Um, just some stuff that I've kind of been writing down. I know it's kind of like all over the place. Just reinforcing you got to have standards, you got to have boundaries, you got to hold people accountable. You know, my biggest problem was that I love hard and my love is genuine, and everybody doesn't know how to not appreciate it, but everybody doesn't know how to like know. It's easier to question than it is to sit back and say, I like this for this. It's harder for people just to appreciate things. My time, my energy, my spirit, my love. Like that's what you get when you get a relationship for me. Like I said, I don't show up halfway. I don't know how to do that. But the best thing that I really have done through all this is I really have kept to myself. Very, I'm very comfortable with being alone. Um, until I get to where I want to be, nothing else matters. You know, for me, being single, I just really kind of sit back and see a lot of the bullshit like a lot of people do. More than one person, it's everybody is doing some type of BS, and it's crazy. It's just safer for me to keep to myself and continue to pour my love and energy into my kids during this time, especially. It's a wicked world out here, and the grass ain't green on the other side. Um, I don't know. I just, you know, it just bothers me. Some of the things that people just aren't able to understand. Um, but it is what it is. I don't lose sleep about any of this stuff. I just, I understand that everybody does not understand all the time. And once I became okay with not being understood, and I still sit back and be like, yeah, yeah, um, like you can't make people get it. It's not questioning or talking smack. It's just like some people, it's just easier for people to misunderstand you than it is for them to understand. It just is what it is. That goes for friends. All family's not family. Um, all friends are not friends. You just have to be really intentional about the people you let have access to you and what you're even telling people. I sit back and kind of laugh because you understand, like it. I really sit back and see people don't even people won't even want you. They'll just want to know like that they know what you're doing. And there'll be different things that they do, and I'm just over the shit. Um, Continued motivation to change my living situation, and another reminder once that happens, my life is really going to be able to, I'm going to really be able to like be all the way happy. mentally, I'm over the whole situation. As far as the end of my relationship, um, it's like I guess my heart, my if I could take my heart out and just say, like, get it together. Outside of that, I just don't want to see my ex every day, and I do. I can sound as petty as it is to people, but until I'm able to have some real distance and really like live my life, it's like a little. I'm always gonna wonder what if. But like I said, it's just continued motivation to keep doing the right thing, and I am doing the right thing. One day at a time, one thing at a time. you know, it's a little bit of frustration, but the bigger picture and the understanding is, um, as soon as the living situation changes, my life really changes. To be honest, and it's changing now. It's just at a very slow rate, and outside of that, life is. I don't got no other complaints. I just want to change my living situation so I can really breathe and be happy. Um, but until then, we're just going to continue to grind and do what I can for my little ones. And that's a lot. I love you guys. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. I'll probably make a video tomorrow, a little bit, of us out at the Strawberry Festival. Until then, we set the standard, we raise the bar. Sending my strength, my love, and my courage. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of your night.